y'all, we are here in the desert, not really, but we are in the desert biome here at Riverbank Zoo and Garden. So the desert biome is pretty neat because for the most part, we've been in our house at Soda City Live, but now we are in their house at Riverbank Zoo. Joining me today, or who I am joining rather, is Lachlan Wooten, who is the COO here at Riverbank Zoo. So glad to be here physically. You're more than welcome. Nice little desert backdrop here, appropriate for where we are again in the desert biome. And how has it been for you to see these drawings and these renderings come to life?
So incredibly exciting. You spend almost 4 years coming up with all of this, and untold hours of a lot of hard work by innumerable team members, and to walk in here and see very much what we had on paper is so wonderful, and not necessarily always the case when you get into these projects. And this is my favorite spot in this entire 20,000 square feet. This is my favorite, right where we are.
I love it. It actually feels pretty warm. I'm not sure if it's the weather outside or is it some type of room temperature control?
It is both. So it is warm because it's outside, but even when you come in here and let's say it was a more typical February day, it would feel really warm in here. And that's because all of the species that we have in here have really specific temperature and humidity needs. So the HVAC and all of the controls in here are controlled very, very tightly to ensure optimal quality and experience for these animals and a really immersive experience for our guests.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait for everyone to be able to enjoy it like we are today. Now, one thing I want for viewers to know, what this area and what this space used to be, so that when they come, they're like, because it still has a little bit of nostalgia here with the ceiling here.
That's exactly right. One of the things that was really important to us and to the Boyd Foundation, who made it all possible, was to take the best features of this architecture and elevate them. So you see that we've really accentuated the glass dome by using some of the height of the rockwork and drawing your eye up and ensuring that we utilize those hot sunny days and utilize them, make it part of the experience intentionally.
I love it. And let's take a walk here. You have some new animals and then some animals that have been here.
We have some absolute favorites, don't worry. Those Galapagos tortoises, the young ones, they're in here. Our Cayman Island blue iguanas are still here. But we also have a green thick-billed parrot, which is a really unique species that no one associates with the desert. It's loud, you can hear them in the background. They're bright green. They're native to the southwestern US, and they're an endangered species. So folks can come here, learn a little something unexpected about the desert, and maybe make some new favorite friends.
Absolutely. The desert parrots are trying to make their debut right here on Soda City Live as we speak. But one more thing I want to kind of talk about while we're in here, the vision from the Boyd Foundation along with the Bridge to the Wild vision with Riverbanks.
So the Boyd Foundations have really helped us kick off our new vision for the future. And Riverbanks' guiding principle moving forward is going to be to really connect our communities, to really bridge them into the wild and take you places that you might not otherwise see. So we're going to build a bridge that takes you to maybe the southeastern US, or we're going to transport you underwater. And what we're going to do while you're there is teach you simple ways that you can help impact conservation right from home.
Awesome. And this is just the beginning.
We can't wait to share the rest. We have some more tricks up our sleeve for later in the year, so come out and see this first.
Awesome. Well, there's tons of other little spaces in here I want us to kind of talk about before we wrap up here. But who lives here?
This is a Cayman Island blue iguana. He has been here for a bit with us. He is a favorite. And you know what is so cool? The way that we have this open top exhibit, he looks so much bigger than he did in his previous exhibit. So when folks come in here, because of the new way we're building things with this immersive floor-to-ceiling experience, whether you're 2.5 feet tall or 6.5 feet tall, you're going to have an amazing opportunity to get a great perspective on these animals in the exact way that you might actually see them on the wild.
I love it. And I'm actually looking at this right now and I'm like, I feel like I'm actually in the exhibit. So one thing I will say about what this used to be, it always had like this opening for those of you that might not be from the area or have never had an opportunity to come prior to the renovation. It always had this open feel, but now it's more closer, like you mentioned, to eye level. So this entire biome is more, it just feels like you're actually a part of the exhibit. And I can't wait for you all to join us here yourselves and experience it for yourself. Well, Lachlan, thank you so much. And Rick, you're more than welcome. And we'll have all these details on our website, wistv.com/SodaCityLive. So stick with us. Much more Soda City Live coming up next.